On the right-hand side, once again, the guardsmen are moving out, trying to take care of this victory point. Note, by the way, the good use of these improvised explosives just on the top of the staircases, things like that, just to get some, you know, random targets of opportunity. Looks like the Chimera putting some pressure on these generators right now. We'll have to see if anything comes of that. And, oh, there we go. The Venom Brood is out and about on the field right now. These guys fire corrosive acid that wrecks stuff, but it doesn't matter because they're all getting knocked all over the place by a combination of grenade bursts and things like that. Let's take a look at this Commisar Lord. By the way, he does have the stubbornness upgrade. Oh, no, but he gets taken out right as the Manticore shots start falling down all across the battlefield here, knocking all these guys all over the place. I was going to say he has stubbornness, which basically gives him hit point regeneration based on the number of troops around him. You can see, once again, that smoke being deployed here to kind of aid some cover to the Catachan Devils, but just way too much focus fire here. That is way too many units. They're going to have to get on out of there, and now the Chimera has to get away as well, taking a little bit too much damage from those Venom Brood. So let's take a look down here and see the Venom Brood, I believe, are resupplying. They lost a single model during all of that. The Manticore, again, never really needs to be too far ahead in the on the map. It can pretty much, especially on a small map, it can just fire wherever it wants to. So pretty much your opponent will always know your Manticore will be right about here in front of your base. On the right-hand side, oh, it looks like the Termagants were just heading up the staircase, getting wrecked by those improvised explosives that were sitting at the top of it, and then just retreating, not wanting to lose any more models there, apparently. Taking a look around here for the time being, and let's see here, more towards the center, the Lichtor Alpha. Ooh, was just about to cap that point, but he saw the Manticore barrage coming down on top of him, backed away for a sec, likely going to come on back and take care of that now that that's all done. But the Chimera is ready to take care of things here in the middle as well. But it is taking a little bit of incidental fire from the Venom Brood. But the Venom Brood just catches wind of this Manticore here. You can just see them. They saw them right around the corner there. Perhaps going to chase after that, but no, it's definitely retreating back into its base. So the Manticore, sorry, the Chimera doing a lot of damage here to this Lichtor Alpha in the center. He does have the deadly jump ability upgraded as well. Basically allows him to leap into combat as you would expect. And now the Catachan Devils are coming in here, soundly dealing with these guys. I believe that was a high explosive shot from one of the shotguns, and they're just going to have to retreat on out of there. On the right-hand side, we do see these Raveners once again burning around, popping up underneath infantry. Infantry being poisoned and retreating. This exact situation just happened a few moments ago. And it looks like the Venom Brood safely returning home. And could it be we have a Tyrant Guard coming out on the field right now? Ooh, these are big, beefy guys, very hard to kill. Just tough, heavy melee, single troops. Termagants on the right-hand side, trying to cap this point, but realizing that there are Manticore shots coming down right on top of them, having to back away for the time being. There's definitely an art to how you place your Manticore shots, because you want to be able to anticipate the retreat path of the troops, but also at the same time hedge your bets and kind of put them in a couple of spots in case they run in a different direction. The Venom Brood now getting some nice direct shots off there, but it doesn't matter. Once again, we are seeing the power of these Catachan Devils with their old reliable grenade barrage there. That's doing a lot of damage, but here we have it. Ooh, I want to take a quick look at this Tyrant Guard here. Tyrant Guard, really beefy looking gentleman here, just kind of clawing his way across the map. Tough as nails, has all sorts of cool abilities. He's just going to be kind of charging on in right now. You can see that this very, very regenerating Commisar Lord, though, is having no problem surviving in this kind of inhospitable environment. He does have his stubbornness in full effect right now, increasing his regen. And he, right now, is just kind of focusing on this Lichtor Alpha. So until that situation changes, he's going to have to get on out there. And it looks like, yes, he's done with that for the time being. But this Tyrant Guard right now, getting really ambitious. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I think he's overextending. This could be a blunder. Maybe he's just getting a little bit greedy, but no, he is dropping in some spore mines right now. But again, I think he overestimated where these guys were going to be, or underestimated, rather. Spore mines are just kind of going off worthlessly right now. This poor Tyrant Guard is just stuck in the back of this base. Big focus fired by everybody. Oh, and he's going to sit down and start regenerating. Look at them all in a husk there, but it doesn't matter. The focus fire is just way too much, easily taking out that unit. That was definitely kind of a waste of that guy. I think he just got a little greedy and saw the Manticore and then realized he was so overextended he might as well just go for it. We just saw a mine drop coming out here. Yes, it is. That is another Commisar unique ability. You can drop a whole field of mines across there. The Chimera right now just kind of dealing with these Raveners. Nothing too fancy there, but yes, you drop a whole bunch of these mines across the map. But unfortunately, the Venom Brood can detect infiltrated units very easily, and so they can see every single one of those mines. Deadly jump from the Lichtor Alpha landing on top of the Catachan Devils there. By the way, these guys have also been upgraded to have a Sarge, which gives them basically a Sarge with a melt-a-gun, but it also lets them infiltrate when they stand still, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna keep an eye out there and see if these mines get any use. It's kind of a, I don't know. I think maybe he could have gone a little more south and done this instead of kind of getting a bunch of them grouped up there. But who knows? He probably just dragged it out in the middle of combat. Termagant's right now. Oh, look at that. He's calling down Manticores right around his own position right now just to kind of help out, stall while these guardsmen try and cap this victory point. That's cool. You'll note it is 202 for the red player, who is the Imperial Guard up top, and 215 for the blue Tyranids down to the south. So pretty much anyone's game at the moment here. Again, these grenade blasts just going off. Really good use, just using those cooldowns at every ability there, or at every moment there. You can see the Chimera just pouring focus fire in here, using the smoke barrage once again to kind of cover for him. And this Commisar Lord just charging into battle right now. He does have a flak jacket. The flak jacket basically changes his Inspire Courage to Inspire Terror. We saw the Inspire Courage before. It's kind of a funny icon. It's just him shooting a soldier in the head, basically. And he can cap a squad member of any squad, and that'll just basically increase their damage and stuff like that. So Inspire Terror changes that ability, allows him to use it on enemy troops as well, which reduces their damage. I believe you can still use it on friendlies too, and it has the same effect. I mean, it doesn't reduce, it increases their damage. Meanwhile, though, it looks like just kind of taking care of business up here. Ooh, I think that Manticore shot, or perhaps the grenade shot, finished off the rest of that Termagant squad. So that's the end of them. Meanwhile, we just have 2 Venom Broods and 1 Ravener Brood. So definitely good in terms of he will have no problem whatsoever wrecking vehicles. Double Venom squad, really good at that sort of thing. And Raveners are pretty tough guys, but he's kind of lacking the little small dudes now. He really sort of needs some of that to help out with all the guardsmen around here. So we'll see where that's going to go. But for the time being, you can see just shooting away at all of those detected mines. But now here comes the Manticore Barrage right on top of everybody. Ooh, pretty solid hit there, except for maybe this one kind of lone one. Yeah, he kind of arrived late to the bar like, hey guys, what's going on? Oh, we were shooting over there, sorry. Anyhow, looks like the Manticore feeling a bit exposed right now. And by the way, NareYa getting all the way up to tier 3. Here you can hear that fusion gun, the Melta Cannon, or whatever the hell it's called, coming out of the Catachan Devils right now, just kind of firing away at these guys, each doing a little bit of damage to one another. The Venom Brood coming in, trying to put some pressure on these vehicles, but now just getting suppressed, having to retreat. And it looks like the Catachan Devils doing quite a bit of damage to them in melee on the way out, but they have, of course, taken a little bit more damage anyways here. But for the time being, things are looking pretty good here. Oh, look at that. I believe he was inspiring terror there. Perhaps he was inspiring his own troops. It was kind of hard to see where that shot went. I'm pretty sure that went off on his own troops. But either way, definitely Imperial Guard still looking pretty good here. And perhaps Loyal to the End was off there too. Sometimes it's hard to tell when these buffs go off in the game. There's no real way to see what global abilities are on cooldown. And almost all of them just put a yellow circle around people's feet. So they kind of, a lot of them look the same, or at least very similar. We do have guardsmen here repairing away at this Chimera. That's always a good deal. Ooh, and we have a Carnifex coming out right now. So now that he is up to his hive, Carnifex is going to be coming out on the field right now. And that ought to change the pace of this battle a little bit, because if you take a look around at Duck's units, he doesn't really have anybody that can do anti-vehicle stuff. He does have the one member of this Catachan Devil squad here with the Meltagun, but that's about it. Ooh, check it out, and we do have a whole mine drop going over here on the right-hand side, but unfortunately the Venom Brood can always see mines, but you can see they're pretty poor shots. They're just kind of firing away at whatever. Manticore coming in from above them, they're just going to have to kind of get out of the way for the time being, trying to cap away at some stuff. Meanwhile, over here on the left-hand side, the Ravener Brood, again, popping up on these poor guardsmen. Guardsmen just trying their best to cap away at some stuff, but it is a triple cap right now, so they really are just kind of in control of the map. Let's take a look more towards the center. Here we have it. The Carnifex now immediately getting upgraded with Thornback ability, which gives him a charge and it lets him deal with Rippers and stuff like that. He's going to be charging on out here. You can just see every swipe taking huge chunks of health out of that Chimera there. Walking across these explosives, looks like those aren't even going to be activated because, oh well, the Lichtor Alpha went down during all of that anyways. But this is a real problem right now. The Carnifex is not being countered by anything. He's going to come in here and do a ton of damage, and as you can see, trying everything. And oh my god, is he activating Tyranniformation? I think he is, and there we have it. The Tyranniformation is activated, and all of these gigantic Tyranid-looking objects are popping up underneath the base right now. One of them was enough to completely wreck that Manticore, and meanwhile, the Carnifex was able to completely handle that Chimera. 2 huge vehicles totally lost right now by Duck. Duck has not a lot of counters up right now. He really has to deal with this. You can see right now he is just being kind of pushed around in his own base. The lasers are doing reasonably good, and it looks like the Commisar Lord went ahead and upgraded with a Power Fist. Power Fist basically always increases your damage versus vehicles. And the Catachan Devils had a little bit of melt-a-guns, but it looks like we had some Spore Mines coming in right on top of them. And now, unfortunately, I got to disagree with this here. I think NareYa is getting way too overconfident. You can see fighting for too long against a bunch of tough troops inside of his base. And what are these Spore Mines doing? They're pointing the wrong way. Oh, no, Spore Mines, get over there, because all of these troops are healing in front of the base right now. It's a bad time to have a fight. And I think he overestimated, or underestimated, I love how that thing curls up at the end there, underestimated the effectiveness of Duck right there. And Duck had no trouble dealing with that with just a Power Fist and getting the surround off with the guardsmen there. So that was pretty tricky. I definitely would have wanted to see him charge out of that. And here we have the Valkyrie bombing run coming by right now. Just taking 2 passes, kind of knocking the hell out of his own troops in the second pass right there. You can see killing 2 models off of his guardsman infantry squad. And meanwhile, the Commisar Lord getting knocked around a bit. Here comes the Lichtor Alpha. I'm going to rotate around here and just take a quick peek at these guys. Hacking away at one another back and forth here. And it looks like the Commisar Lord just kind of wants to get out of there for the time being. So, oh well. But it is still 2-to-1 victory points right now. 202 points for Duck and 57 points right now for NareYa. NareYa really needs to start capping. As soon as you get below 100 points, red alerts should go off in your head, and you start realizing that you're going to lose the game here. Oh, wow. Speaking of losing the game here, note how this whole place is set up. He does have proximity mines going all the way up the staircase. Again, that is dropped in by air. He has a special Catachan demolition charge there, and he was hiding out here with his infiltrated Catachan Devils. However, Deadly Leap jumping in on top right now, using his flesh hooks to inflict some extra damage, but he has to get out of here. This is just way too defended. You can see he set off a couple of those proximity mines. So now he's got to grab at least the center and maybe the right-hand side. That's exactly what he's doing. Ravener's capping the right. Looks like they were able to get by because he knew that there were some mines there. Actually, he probably just walked right through it. Meanwhile, it looks like these Venom Brood are capping the center while they are taking care of these generators. Notice that very few generators out there for the Imperial Guard, but it's not the worst thing, actually. Imperial Guard have a lot of useful things early game that don't take that much power. They're not super power hungry. I don't know. Commisar Lord moving about, and it's just not going to happen. He's got 2 points right now, and he was stabilized for a moment at 27 points, but NareYa is now, it's now tied 1-to-1, and it's soon about to be 2-to-1, NareYa losing. So he's got to hold on to some of these victory points right now. It looks like he did go ahead and build a second Carnifex here. Carnifex being upgraded once again with a Thornback ability, and that thing is just going to head right up the staircase right now and hopefully take care of this entire entrenched position here. Looks like he's having some second thoughts about it, but no, he doesn't mind stepping on landmines, walking all the way up this staircase, but he's at 19 points. 19 points. He absolutely needs to take care of some of this stuff. Double improvised explosives right underneath him, both of them going off. You can see not doing that much damage. He charges on through, starts hacking away at the rest of these guys. They're just retreating. Hopefully this Venom Brood will start capping this point here. Over on the right-hand side, it looks like the Lichtor Alpha. No, he does not have enough time to take care of it. He was in the right position, but it just doesn't matter. Ran out of time, so congratulations to Duck, a.k.a. Pega. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. I am Harlequin, and, you know, if you like this stuff, subscribe. I'm on Twitter, blah, 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 all that crap. Anyhow, you guys have a good night, good game, good luck.